Okay, I'm gonna try something new here. The Kickstart failed. No one wanted to contribute, which is fair. It doesn't. I didn't really make it look very legitimate, but it is a legitimate thing. I do think that Renegade 2 will be good, so I'm going to do that. Basically, I started this. I moved to London to start a creative writing course because England, the student loans company in England have started giving out. This is the first year they've done it. Loans, £10,000 loans to do your MA, which is sort of you have your BA, which is a Bachelor of Arts, and then you move on to the MA. So it's like an extra qualification following a degree. And I think it's because of unemployment that they're trying to get people. There's so much unemployment and people on 0-hour contracts and stuff, so they're trying to get people they're trying to sort of fix the stats, so they're trying to get people back into education. So they're giving these loans out. I mean, it took me 3 minutes to get the loan. I mean, you just filled in the thing and it's like, yeah, you got loan approved as long as you get into the course. So I applied for some filmmaking courses, but they didn't accept me because one of them was quite prestigious and they said there was just a higher caliber of people. The other one I spoke to on the phone, the guy was an absolute arsehole. I think he'd just woken up. I got arranged an appointment to speak to him at 11 on a Tuesday, and he woke up. I used to see this guy's got like fucking fashionable sideburns, and he looks very serious, an experimental filmmaker guy. I won't tell you his name, but or where he teaches, but it's pretty prestigious. I had a conversation with him. Immediately he sounded hostile, and it got to the stage where I had to end the course saying that, you know, I was never getting into this course. He sounded very hostile. I don't quite know why. I think it's because I was talking about how I wanted to make things. I pretty much insulted Film 4 and Working Title, which are two big British production companies that make pretty much all the British films, and they're both shit. I mean, Film 4 is kind of kitchen sink stuff. Working Title is sort of mawkish sentimentality between the two. There's a Ken Loach article about it. So he, you know, it's not even my opinion. I pilfered it off of him. So I got rejected from that. But then I applied for a couple of creative writing courses just because I wanted this loan, because the loan would, I mean, you get a bit of money off of it. You know, the courses cost like $6,000, and then you get $4,000 of that would be money. So it pretty much subsidized my income. So I got that. But then, so I started the course. I was pretty, you know, happy to do it. I do a lot of creative writing, and then I did it. And within the first 2 weeks, I realised that it was folly, because the teachers were terrible. They didn't. In one of the introductions, one of the course leader confused Aristotle with a playwright. Because he wrote a famous thing about tragedy, poetics, but he's up there talking about this stuff, and he rushed quite through it, because I knew he didn't know what he was talking about. It was kind of just on his notes, so he just kind of made a connection that just didn't add up. So I was suspicious, and then it just got worse. So, I mean, I can't do the course anymore. It's not worth doing it. I can't go there. The people are terrible. The writing is awful. I mean, for example, like the place I'm going to, I won't tell you where it is, but a famous playwright, screenwriter, and a writer wrote an article for a British magazine or a British newspaper talking about how, and he used to he taught here last year, talking about how most of his students just can't write. He did this at a sort of a seminar for writing and got in a load of trouble for it. So I thought I'll go there because I'd like to meet him and have a discussion with him, because I assume that that's true as well, that they are terrible. So I went there. He's on sabbatical, which was suspicious. And but then I read on the little course prospectus that he's also written how good this place is for creative writing. So immediately this is all suspect to me. So I did it for a couple of weeks and I realised I just can't do it anymore. It's terrible. It's like really, it's soul crushing. It's like a very cagey. They teach you. They don't teach you anything. There's no freeing up. They're just basically crushing all these 20-year-old spirits, and then I'm 30-year-old just managed to sort of sneak my way into it, be witness to this sort of travesty. So anyway, the Deca Quotes, Deca Renegade Kickstart failed, mainly because I didn't promote it very well, but I was ill. I've been ill for like about 6 weeks, I think. So I didn't, one person contributed, which I thank them for. That was nice of them. Even though, it's easy to contribute if you know that something's going to fail, because you don't have to put the money up. It's like it's a faux sentiment. But anyway, but I am serious about the Deca Renegade 2 series, because I think it would be very good. People seem to like the first one. There's a load of suspicious behaviour on the Facebook account for On Cinema on Facebook, because I've been kicked off of there a couple of times. Also, and a side note, the administrator of that is wearing a t-shirt that has one of my concept art works on his own t-shirt that he uses to head up this Facebook page. So there's a load of politics going on in that regard. So I assume people think I'm not. This is a joke. I'm not serious about this sort of stuff. So I'm going to insert at some point here, probably now. Insert that's the loan. That's the loan I've been given. I haven't paid the tuition yet because I don't think this place deserve it. They really have been. I mean, I'm not paying them for 2 weeks of just. I mean, if I was an undercover journalist, which I was thinking about doing, writing a report about how bad it was, but then I thought, fuck it. I reckon all these places, institutions are as bad. Just, hacky writers, just trying to keep writing by doing a half-assed job as a teacher. So I'm not going to do that. But instead, what I thought I'd do is I'd take that 3K and maybe, if I don't, it's 10 grand overall, but I think there will be problems coming up when I stop going and pay and haven't paid. I think I might have to settle on the 3 grand, but if there's more, I'll use all of it to fund this Deca Renegade. Because with that, I can hire green screen space in London, hire actors who, I can pay them. I can hire a boom operator, because no one wants to do that. Literally no one I know will hold a boom. I'll buy some equipment. I've got some stuff, but I've ordered a couple of lenses, and I can really make it worth. Basically, if I bump up the production value, maybe people will start taking notice that this is an actual legitimate thing that could be incorporated into the canon, or it's not that crazy an idea. So what I'm going to do is, this is the first of the video diaries. I know it's a bit long, but I wanted to sort of explain where I'm coming from. And I'm just going to keep making these video diaries to show you my progress, because this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing now. I mean, it's a risk, but I feel that if I give it my all, there's always risk to doing stuff. There's a famous saying from Werner Herzog, which is, if you need to go to prison for a night, get the shot. And I'm in that, if it means me going to court to show that I'm serious about making this Deca Renegade season 2 and this sort of this franchise, make it legitimate, 'cause the first one was good, but it's like a fan fiction thing. But I do think that with this £3 to £10,000, I can make something that's actually, pretty high in quality. So I'll keep you updated, and any support you want to give, just put it through either retweet stuff or put it through Deca quotes, email me, whatever. If you can contribute or help or anything, to a degree. I don't want useless people trying to jump on the bandwagon. But if you actually have legitimate experience, then please do get in touch. And if you live in England and want to be in it, I can pay you. I mean, if you're a proper actor, I'll pay you the going rate, maybe a bit less. But if you're a nobody, you do it for free, and you'll get a credit. Okay, more to follow.